If you are an IT professional, odds are you are working remotely along with your user, supporting them at home, while still managing your on-premise infrastructure. If you are struggling with the new pandemic normal, here are some of the tips that to help IT professionals. IT professionals are facing a tough situation because of the coronavirus. Not only are most of their users are working remotely, but much of the infrastructures those users rely on is either in cloud managed by third party or trapped back in the office, a place you are no longer supposed to visit. At no time in IT history have network and IT resources been more distributed, and that makes the things a lot more difficult for IT professionals who are also trapped at home. Whether you are an enterprise or a small mid-sized business, your users likely accessing their tools via cloud services managed by third parties, virtual infrastructure also residing in the cloud, but managed by you, and odds and the ends of the legacy equipment that is still living at the office. Worse, some of those users are probably starting to use infrastructure living on their home network to complete tasks or store their work, and that stuff you cannot see. That's a lot tied together securely with today's remote access tool. And it's also difficult to manage if you are running the business help desk. If you are facing all or part of these challenges, here are the 10 tips to help. First one, secure your connection. A virtual private network connection may be a secure against the external attack between a user and your corporate network. But unless both networks are also secure, you have holes. If someone can log in into a home user's network, they may be able to use the VPN connection to attack the corporate network as well, especially if the user is leaving that connection up while they are not actually working. Not only that, but once on the corporate network, a sophisticated hacker could also access all the other home network connected to your central office system. Make sure there are VPNs and remote access gateways between as many connections of your distributed network as possible, and let users know to only engage those connections while they need them. You can create a document and make sure that all have it. Hold a webinar where you explain the problem and teach them how to protect themselves, or simply work with them one-on-one over the phone if your user count is low enough. Second, secure those home networks. Many users, especially those living in suburbs where neighbors can live out on Wi-Fi range of each other, still give their home network security short shift and instead rely on basic PC resistant firewalls and antivirus softwares to protect them. At a minimum, you need to educate those users on how to reconfigure their router for better security, and if they need to help doing so, then provide that help over the phone if necessary. If possible, take even stronger measures. For example, most business grade routers allow for separate users to have different permissions and access to different network resources. However, most users won't know that their home wireless router have the same capability even if it's configured in a different way. Work with the users to find out what router they are using. Help with that below. How it can be used to segregate corporate traffic from other home or guest users, and then help them to configure in that way. Another option is, if you got budget, is to add a second, preferably a wireless VPN router to each home network with other corporate employees as authorized users. Next, keep track of identity. When everyone is working remote, it makes a lot of sense to focus on your identity management practices. It's probably too late to install a whole new identity management system, but it is a good idea to dig into the documentation for whatever solution you are using and look at what other features you can enable to help keep users and your resources secure. For example, if you haven't yet enable multi-factor authentication, now would be a good time to set it up. Also look at your best practices. For occasional use, many network managers use one network account for both internal network and remote use. However, for a long-term, fully remote environment, it makes sense to have separate accounts to make sure that the internal resources aren't exposed via remote connections unless absolutely necessary. Additional user management software can also make sure that remote user cannot connect to the corporate network without certain criteria being in place. That could include the latest version of antivirus, signature files, that certain security options are set properly, and even the certain software is or not installed. Standardize home routers. It is difficult, but it's all possible. You should work hard to standardize home routers as much as you can. Home users who have purchased their own router will probably buy the most inexpensive or really available box. However, many urban internet service providers provide default router these days along with the cable modem. So it also pays to find out what those are and others and obtain the appropriate documentation. And while it is expensive and will take time, it may be worth your while to select a router with management features you like that can be pre-configured and shipped to each home user. Management software is your friend. IT professionals often don't dig into all the capability of their management tools, focusing instead on just those features they need to get through a typical day. However, your typical day has changed, so it makes sense to take another look, a long look to exactly what is your toolbox. Desktop configuration management, network monitoring, identity and user management tools, and even the endpoint protection suite all contain features, often highly sophisticated, that directly pertain to remote access and remote management. That means you can implement advanced user and security features while reducing or even eliminating the need for on-site visits at all without changing the tools you have been using. Management system can also ensure that all users have the same version of VPN software, signature file, encryption and authentication key, and so forth. And once the determination has been made, even automatically update software or file version that are out of date. Such capabilities are also highly useful if you are managing infrastructure in an office that's now basically abandoned. While some problems will require an on-site visit, but most of them could be resolved remotely using the right infrastructure management software. Remember to encrypt data at rest as well as in transit. If a user is storing data on their local home system, ensure that it in a separate user account and that equip the account with encrypted folders. Many home systems will have multiple users sharing a single login account. Sometimes that is certainly not optimal for business security. Not only in a teenage user downloading music can install malware on the PC, but the bad guys behind the code will now have the access to all your corporate data on the system unless you protect it. VPN protect an internet connection as a whole, but keeping recreational use segregated from business use on the device itself is also important for data safety. Standardized cloud services. Many organizations have collaboration softwares or others cloud productivity app that were set up by the individual department, resulting in multiple apps performing the same basic tasks across the organization. For IT administrator already swept with new remote access headaches, this is far from the best setup. Fortunately, because these services are in the cloud, choosing and migrating to a single service is completely doable even while everyone is working from home. This can be a lengthy process, but it pays dividend by reducing the overall management problems, minimizing your attack surface for better security, and even decreasing the cost. Beware of the defaults. Many businesses, especially SMBs, are operating as though the coronavirus shelter-in-place lifestyle really isn't much different from working in the office. When they plug in their laptop in the network appears and their services are there. But that's viewed through a user perspective, not an IT professional. You can't leave your overall networking with its old configuration setting and simply assume your user home Wi-Fi and a bunch of third-party cloud services will pick up the slack. Endpoint protection, large-scale remote access, cloud backup services, online file transfer, remote printing, all these are just some of the system you were probably using a few months ago that need to close look while some configuration tweaking to work at the best. Now the users are spread out. Virus updates need to be automated and verified. Remote access identity need to be cataloged, controlled and enhanced with multi-factor authentication. Data need to be stored in easily backed up folders on local devices both automatically and via policy. All that takes investigation and testing by IT professionals, followed by clear communication, documentation, and automation of users. Look to prioritize. Life for remote workers is different than when they are working in office, while means they are depending on different or maybe just more tools that they were before in order to get work done. IT need to keep pace by prioritizing certain key apps, which for most companies will include online collaboration solution like Microsoft Teams, as well as voice over IP and video conferencing app. These platforms are going to become more important than ever, not only so employees can communicate with each other, but also they can stay in touch with partners and customers. Many departments may be used to choosing their own instant messaging or collaboration software, which means they are likely using free versions that are widely available. Now that the business is depending on these apps so much more, that not secure enough, even if they set up correctly. Consider choosing the standard services for the company, documenting the proper setup, and distributing that versions to all employees. Stay flexible and take your time. Sure, the COVID-19 hits all us rather quickly, but now the initial dust is settling. Keep your head and do the things right. Your initial disaster recovery plan probably didn't quite fit in the unique situation, but by now you have used what you could from it and drop the rest. That's okay. As the saying goes on, no battle plan ever survives contact with the enemy. And that is especially true in this case. It will take time to sort out the things even if your organization was widely distributed and had a good security policy before pandemic. But now that you have realized certain aspect of your system will need to change and take your time to do it. Putting those changes into effect quickly is important, but just as important possible, even more important, is make those changes correctly. So do it. Don't wait for the time.